Thank you guys for having me. It's very special for me to be here because of my relationship with Bao, and I've known Bao for probably 2 years now, and my respect for him has grown immensely. Bao works very hard in the community to raise up the community and to educate the community. So Bao, thank you for putting this together. Thank you for bringing us all here. A big round of applause for Bao. Thank you. So Bao invited me here to actually give you guys a little bit of a market update to let you know about what's going on in this community, what's going on in Houston, and what the outlook is like right now. In 1989, we had less than 30,000 units sold. For 2013, the prediction is to have almost 83,000 units sold. Okay, this market is a good market to be in. Has it had its ups and downs? Yeah. Absolutely. Will it continue to have ups and downs? Yeah. Absolutely. But when I show you the average price, you'll be excited about being in this marketplace. What this little dip is here, and I think most of you recognize it, is the Great Recession. But Houston and Texas is leading us out of the Great Recession. Every recession that we've been in, every single recession that we've been in, has been led out by housing, by investors, by people buying property, because buying property generates other expenses, other purchases, right? So it always starts with housing, and we're seeing that very clearly now. One of the really cool things about this market is, and probably no other market in the country can say this, when it comes to volume, Houston has had 29 consecutive month-over-month volume increases. 29 consecutive. No other market in the country can say that. The median home price for Houston, by the time we get to the end of this year, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, is projected to be almost $180,000. In 1989, guys, it was around $65,000. How would you like to be a buy and hold investor and hold it for this period of time? Can you feel that appreciation in your pockets? Feels good, right? Feels like your pockets are out to here. That's one of the cool things about what we've seen in Houston. People are saying there's a lot of money in apartments. Buying apartments become a little bit more expensive now, so people are finally starting to put some of these units on the ground. Now it takes a little bit longer to build an apartment complex, obviously, than it does to build a home, but finally some of that money is loosening up. One of the things that I learned about the Great Recession is that our money is not local. Our money is not sitting at our local bank. Our money is national. Our money is international. So when someone gets scared, when a major home builder gets scared, when major banks get scared and stop doing what banks are supposed to do and stop lending, they stop lending overall. In some cases, they're not looking at the fundamentals of each individual market. So because of that, they haven't been watching the growth that's occurred here in Houston. So now, in many cases, they're just getting started building some of these apartment complexes to house all these people that are moving here in mass, right? So that will eventually loosen up and become a little bit more of a normal level. About an 88 to a 90% occupancy rate is a great occupancy rate to be in. That's when investors start saying this, the market's doing really well. The experts agree. This is one market where I can actually say that the experts agree, which the economists, most economists, the economist salute. I don't know if anybody knows the economist salute. It's like this. Okay. Right now, the economist salute is like this. They're all predicting the same thing. All of the studies are resulting in the same math at the end of the day, which is the health of the Houston market. Specifically, Metro study. The fundamentals are there. The job growth is there. There's low resale inventory. There's high affordability. High affordability is driven by what? Interest rates. The interest rates are so ungodly low right now that if you can get a loan, there is no reason why you should not be applying for that loan to get as much leverage as you possibly can, because these interest rates are at historical lows. And let me tell you something, folks, they will not stay this low forever. So certainly take advantage of them if you can get them today. Housing is leading us out of the recession, finally. There were only about 69,000 units that sold on the MLS in 2012, and it's predicted that we'll have over 82.5 million units, or excuse me, over 82,500 units for 2013. Again, it's the household formations, it's the rising rents, because when occupancy goes up, and you saw that graph when we showed the apartment community, when occupancy goes up, rental rates go up, so people start reevaluating when they get a notice from their landlord that we're raising the rents $50 or $100 a month. So they reassess their situation, they start looking at housing, they start looking at prices, they start looking at interest rates, they start looking at affordability. That's how it's changing. And this is a great time to be a real estate investor as well. The fundamentals are there. Houston's incredibly low unemployment rate, 5.9%. Just to let you know, 5.9%, 6%, 6.5%, most economists would call that full employment, okay? Every time there's always just some mix of people kind of going in and out of jobs. This, friends, is full employment here in Houston, Texas, versus 7% in the United States. Even the national market's finally coming down off some of the highs that we had seen on unemployment as well. And the housing surge here is being fueled by job creation. It's being fueled by in-migration. Over the last 12 months, Houston has created over 97,000 jobs. People are coming here for the jobs. We have a very business-friendly environment in Texas, okay? And there's a lot of educated, smart, hardworking people here in Houston, and that's why these businesses are coming here. Low interest rates, my gosh, 4.5%. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, I remember 8 months ago when it was 3.5%. 3.5% is a great rate, but so is 4.5%. The average rate over the last many, many years is probably closer between 7 and 9%. You have to have this perspective, especially if you're going to be a real estate investor that's going to buy and hold inventory for the long term. If you can get a loan right now, you should be getting that loan, because you're not going to continue to see interest rates like this for very long. The experts agreed. The market is improving. The market will continue to improve through 2014. So it's a great time to be a real estate investor. Now, this little chart, you guys like this? You guys like this art drawing? Looks like my 4.5-year-old did it, doesn't it? As a real estate investor, you always have one of two problems. When the market's going up, it's always hard to buy, but it's easy to sell. When the market's going down, it's easy to buy, but it's hard to sell. Always one of those two problems, okay? Guess what, guys? Deal with it, okay? Find opportunities, find solutions based on where the market is right now, based on what your seller situation is right now. So right now, there's a lot of money that want to get involved in the real estate market, who want to start investing. You just have to find solutions and strategies to do that. How do you find that? How do you get there? The way that you find it and you get there is you sit in a room like this, right, with other real estate investors who are looking to do similar stuff that you're doing, and network with other real estate investors who are maybe looking for different kinds of deals. You have to get creative, whether the market is going up or the market is going down. There's going to be problems on both sides, but you have to have the education, you have to have the tools and the training, and you have to have the network to be able to make money no matter what the market is doing. I feel so good right now. Thank you so much.
So now you know behind a very successful man, there's a powerful and wonderful woman. She knows inside.